are they listening to Slot? They focused. It's almost like they've got like going on in their head because it's almost like they're not focused in some type of way. And again, you can put that down to so many different things. So I don't want to blame one thing.
Are you suggesting that he potentially has started to kind of lose grip of the changing room?
I think that everyone's lost grip of the energy at the club because of the things that have happened on and off the pitch. We've got loads of new players, which is hard to build them in, and losing Jota will have massively affected them. It can't be used as an excuse, but it's definitely affected them without a shadow of a doubt. You're seeing that Robbo was having that interview the other day for
there's no doubt about
for
that.
Scotland, and you know, this is why it's touchy, right? When people are saying Slot out, he's the only one that was actually in the club at that moment when this has happened. He was the manager. So to get somebody else in after Slot has to also deal with that delicate situation. And there's probably no one best equipped to do that in this moment of time. So that's why it makes no sense whatsoever to get rid of Slot. So everyone that's saying Slot out, I understand why you're saying it because you're frustrated. But that is not going to be the answer. If, you know, Pep Guardiola can go 1 win in 13 games, then it can happen to any manager on the planet because he's one of the best that's ever existed. So you've just got to, unfortunately, stick this out and see if Arne Slot can find answers because we're not going for the Premier League. We're going to have to go for top 4. That's just the way it is this season. We can't do anything about it. Lads, just got to support them. There's nothing we can do about it. But absolutely, with you, this is horrible. Watching this, living down here around those Arsenal supporters and Man U supporters and everything else, mate. It's horrible. It's crap. But that's what we've got to deal with right now. I worry me, lad. You know, like last time Man United won the league, right? They didn't expect not to win the league for 12 years or something. Last time Arsenal won the league, they didn't expect not to win the league for 21 years. It happens. The last time Liverpool won the league in 1990.
Don't say that, mate.
I know, lad. My brain is spiralling, lad. It really, I can't lie, I'm sure some of yours are as well.
Because when a manager traditionally gets sacked, it's obviously you know, a string of bad results, which we've actually had now since May. We've had bad results since May. This isn't
we've lost more games in this year than United.
This is like we've lost more games than United.
That's
double.
That's mad.
Double.
That's mad.
Double.
That's ridiculous. Oh my God.
So you know, there's a bad pattern of form. When a manager gets sacked, traditionally they lose the change room. Traditionally, the players don't, you know, run or go the extra mile like they would have under Jurgen. I don't think we're at that stage yet where every box is ticked for the categories involved that need to be ticked off for a manager to get sacked. So I still think, I mean, I've been getting stick myself this weekend, Doyle, you know, people saying online, because I, a month ago, said, you know, it's a madness, people talking about manager out after we'd just beaten Madrid and Villa. But obviously the results have come back, the bad results have come back. And then again, you know, of course I can criticise my team. There's no way I'll ever not do that when they're deservedly, you know, playing poorly and they deserve the criticism. But once you've had your moan and your groan, I do think, right, this is the manager that we've got. He did win us the league last season. Yes, we've lost, you know, 6 out of 7 Premier League games. It's the worst since XYZ. We've probably broken so many records this season that we just did not want to break compared to last season when we were breaking them all in the right way. It is now at the stage where I agree with you, considering what's happened on and off the pitch, and it's not just Jota because Slot has had to almost become a counsellor overnight to 30 lads. It's not just that, it's on the pitch as well, the tactics, the transition season now of, I mean, if it wasn't a transition season before, it certainly is now of all the players that we've bought. So he's having to deal with a lot on the pitch that isn't working. And almost the, you know, the still omnipresence of Jota, which is still causing, you know, our leadership team within the team to be super thoughtful about that. And I think with all of that considered, yes, he's still the best manager right now. With all of that information on board, on and off the pitch, if there was a crisis right now where I said, right, let's go and pick a manager, it would still be Arne Slot to get us out of this. However, there's only so much we can back him until, you know, the position becomes kind of untenable, as they say.
And how many games is that, brother? Because right now it's 6 losses in 7 games, right? How many, like, that's where I'm trying to find my...
Because Greg in the chat here has just said, so have a look. Lads, I'll be honest, I think if we get to the Brighton game with less than 2 Premier League wins, he has to go. So let's look at that. The next few games, we've got PSV, which, by the way, they're first in the Eredivisie. They've lost 1 game all season, and they beat us last season. So we've got them on Wednesday. West Ham Sunday, Sunderland the Wednesday after, Leeds, Inter, Brighton. So he's saying out of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 Premier League games, if he doesn't win at least 2 of those, Greg thinks, then he'll have to go.
Lad, and I said this on the last stream, last Hot Topics, Liverpool have, on paper, one of the easiest runs in December.
And we said
the most winnable games, 8 very winnable games, and we started off with a loss at Anfield. And not only a loss, an absolute shambles of a performance and showing of mentality and intention. It is so poor that we cannot see any hope whatsoever for the team to show any fight back. And that's why people are saying get Slot out, because what is he being shown? What's he showing us as a trajectory? Like, since May or whatever, April, we've just had an absolute
fall off.
Yeah, and it's consistent. And so now, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. That's their jobs. That's why they get paid millions and millions of pounds. We're just here to talk about it. But I agree. How many wins out of these? Like I said, do you know what I said? We should be getting 14 points something out of these games, and we haven't already. Straight away, drop points.
So obviously go and beat PSV, right? And we're doing a separate preview.
It's a Dutch club as well.
Yeah, so you should know. Even though we lost to this club last year, West Ham there. Someone trying to call me? Is that Arne Slot? KG is trying to call me.
KG.
Honestly, that geezer. I'll be honest. I said it on Saturday Football Show. I said he has got until. In my opinion, he's got until let's say the Wolves game, the 27th of December. Listen, I am Slot in. Slot will fix it. I'm back in the team. I'm not a deluded person for still supporting and still wanting my team. I'm not a better fan than anyone else by saying I'm supporting my manager. I'm not a worse fan than the people out there that are saying get Slot out. There's just different types of fans. No one's better or worse. But me personally, I'm going to still support the team. However, I've still got a point that I will go to until I can't support the team or the manager anymore. And I do think that will be the Wolves game on the 27th of December.
If we don't win that effing game...
So look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games until that game. In my opinion, we have to win 6 of them for him to be safe.
That's not going to happen.
In going into the new year, where we have Leeds at home, Fulham away, and then Arsenal away on a Thursday night.
He needs to,
so are you saying then that he'll be gone by Christmas?
I don't think he'll be gone. I think it's a very delicate situation that it requires real thought about how to transition from this. It really does, and I don't think that happens in a month's time.
I agree.
So it's just logistically, it's a big business. We've got to get the right manager in next time. We're going to sack the next manager if it doesn't work in a year. Like, it's going to take time to transition. We're going to have to give him the time because there's nobody else to come in immediately and step in and take over and do better. If you can think of someone, I know people are going to say Areola or Glasner, yeah? Do you think that they're going to come in right now and just change everything? Yes, I agree that Slot is underperforming right now. Slot is definitely part of this problem, without a shadow of a doubt, but does sacking and fix it? I don't know, because who else do you get in to change everything? I don't know. I genuinely don't.
So what's your date?
What's the date? It isn't a date, lads. There's just if we keep
losing. Or are you of the opinion that no matter how many that we lose, they'll just still keep him? Until when, though?
Until next year. I really think that.
Next calendar year or the next season? I mean, I don't even want to think about all that. Let's do a couple of comments to take our minds off it. It's not really taking our minds off it at all.
Take my mind off it, lad. Good slice of garlic bread.
Why? Why garlic bread?
Because I like garlic bread, lad. We definitely are emotional. This is crap. This is so... mate!
And by the way, it's not... In my opinion, it shouldn't be slot in, slot out. Yes, there are people that are saying slot out. But my thing is, until absolutely there's no road back, because we don't sack... The only time we've sacked mid-season, I think, is Souness, Evans and...
Rodgers.
And Rodgers and Hodgson. Across our... existence of 125 odd years. So I just don't want us to become that. I don't want us to become that. Yes, I know it's so bad, but come on, man. We've got to turn this around.
I think if he consistently loses now over this Christmas period, he will be gone. I do think that. I think if he picks up a win here and there, he buys himself time. If he doesn't, he's going to get sacked. I hate talking about this. You know, I cannot
It
believe
is.
Liverpool Football Club is talking about sacking managers because we're losing that badly. This sounds like Chelsea or Man United or something gross like that. This is despicable. I hate this. Ugh.
Honestly, come on. If we need to divert, Doyle, have you been cooking anything good lately?
Loads.
MasterChef. I mean, stuff like this. HP, like the wizard, says, honestly, Stevie G knows what it means to play for the club. Get him in.
I understand that, but then it also feels very Man United-y as well with the, what's his name?
Give it gigs, let's end it season.
Gunnar Solskjaer.
You're a legend who recommended you.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It does feel like that.
I just feel like Steve Gerrard is not equipped to do this job either, if I'm quite honest. I love him. Interim, maybe an interim for like 6 months after we've got rid of him if he loses in December. But other than that, really, does that work? Because you need somebody to bed in a system. We're talking about getting somebody to play a nice system. Is Gerrard, as an interim manager, going to implement a system? No, he's just going to be there to remind them who they are. It's different.
Lose against West Ham and it's over. #slot out, says Jay.
If he loses the next 2, what do you think?
If he loses the next 2, what, PSV and West Ham?
Starts to look a little bit...
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I would still give him until Christmas.
Me too.
I think that's my first checkpoint where we assess the situation. But, you know, November to March is notoriously the busiest, you know, period of the season. In an ideal world, we turn things around and we're almost, you know, we've forgotten about this chat of sacking him. Hopefully we turn it around. I'm still thinking we can do that.
Every game, lad.
But. Christmas is the busiest period. You can't, no team wants to sack a manager over Christmas. So that's the kind of the milestone that I'll give him until, and then we have to reassess it. But listen, if we lose the next 2, I mean, I won't say names, but I was talking to a big Liverpool fan yesterday, and they said, at Anfield, we're 1 loss away from chanting Jurgen Klopp's name. We're 1 loss away, according to him, from singing Jurgen Klopp. And then what does that do if you are Slot?
It makes you
feel like totally disengaged with the fan base. You know, he is obviously still getting the support, but the amount of people that were leaving, bro, on the 85th minute yesterday, on Saturday, was horrible. And listen, obviously Slot and a lot of the players clapped the whole ground as they should, but it can't go. I know I hate to sound like Mick McCarthy, but it can't go on much longer than this.
It can.
It
bloody can.
And it is.
It is, yeah. I said that on my little video. I said it can. It is. And we are crap.
What do we think of not playing Joe Gomez?
Lads, I don't understand why he doesn't put Gomez right back and Robbo left back.